Un scuccia, 8:32, e allora parliamo di John, della storia di John da quando è nato, from your first day, at least whatever you remember.
What I remember from my first day.
E ovviamente crescere italiano in Canada, in un certo senso, da una famiglia italiana. Cosa ti ricordi di questo?
I definitely remember growing up Italian, and it goes back to the whole Oshawa thing where people they didn't, especially 35 years ago. Again, still very Italian. I actually, ironically, didn't speak English until I started school. Now, ironically, I really don't speak Italian that well anymore, so it's something I'm definitely going to work on. But growing up Italian was funny. If you ever get a chance to go see my good friend Joe Avati, the comedian, in person, a lot of what he talks about and a lot of his comedy is so true. It still exists to this day. I was visiting the weekend, and my nonna, she's just turning 84 this month, and we started talking about lots of different things. Won't get into too much her thoughts on the upcoming conclave and this sort of thing, but
Okay.
when the first time I remember bringing my uber Canadian wife home for dinner, and you're all yelling at each other, and there's enough food for an army. And I said, no, we're just talking, and this isn't a lot of food at all. So, it definitely was a lot of fun growing up Italian, and I still love the culture, embrace it all the time.
E pensi che, perché ovviamente tu quindi ti definisci Italian Canadian or Canadian Italian?
It depends who I'm talking to.
Okay.
I would say Canadian Italian. I was born here, raised here. Canada's a great place to live. I visited Italy. I love it. Very proud of my heritage for sure. But I would say that, and I'm not ashamed to say that I would be Canadian first.
E questa è una domanda che faccio sovente ai nostri amici il martedì. Pensi che l'essere italiano ti abbia aiutato o ostacolato nella tua carriera? E insomma,
I don't think it's ever not been beneficial or not helped me. It's definitely helped me a lot in my my adult life and my career, especially with the communities I'm connected to. I've been able to really, like I just said, really connect with them. You understand the way people are a little bit more, and we're all different. Every culture is different. It's definitely helped with things like the ladies and that sort of thing, and food and all that kind of great stuff, But I'd say it's definitely been a plus, especially knowing, again, being diverse in another culture, somewhat in another language, you definitely can get to a lot more places and open a lot more doors. So I'd say it's definitely been beneficial for me, for sure.
Ok, great. Parleremo di Snap subito dopo Zucchero con Shake, perché vogliamo sapere come ti è venuta l'idea e come è nata la passione.